Jazakallah Ahsanul Jazaa. Now I'm going to introduce Dr. Saqib Ali. Dr. Saqib Ali is board certified in anesthesiology and pain medicine and is certified in functional medicine. He completed his anesthesiology and pain medicine residency and fellowship at Cleveland Clinic, where he served as a chief resident. He helped start a robust pain group in Akron, Ohio after graduation, where he served on patient advocacy committees and was the team pain physician for the University of Akron and Kent State University athletic team. He serves as an associate professor of surgery at Northeastern Ohio Medical University and as an associate professor of anesthesiology at Ohio University College of Medicine. He is the medical director of Strive MD Wellness and Ketamine Clinics, which specialized in anti-aging and regenerative medicine and has locations in Chicago, Dallas, and Miami. He's also medical director of Valley Spine and Pain Care in Chicagoland area. He has been a great volunteer for Humanity First. He has recently been to Turkey and did a lot of work, and his videos became viral when we posted him. He did a great job there, so I'll ask him to tell us some stories.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers. How are you? Jazakallah for the very kind words of introduction. I'm from Chicago, and this is actually a great weekend to host this. Every country music loving, gun-toting Midwesterners in Chicago for NASCAR. So I'm glad to be out of there for the weekend. I started with Humanity First in about around 2011, and it started at an AMMA conference in Chicago. And alhamdulillah, I've been on 9 medical missions now. I've been to Africa, Guatemala a number of times, and most recently in Turkey. So I was actually the second physician to go from the U.S., the second wave. And, you know, I was a little mixed if I should go or not, because this general sentiment is you have to be an internal medicine or an emergency medicine physician. And I don't do either. So, you know, I prayed and I talked to my parents and I talked to my boss, aka my wife, about if I can go or not. And my cousin's in the corner right there, Dr. Kashif Ahmed, he's a huge resource to this organization, and he gave me the number of Qasim Rashid Saab, who I've never met. I'm more of an extrovert and introvert. I kind of stay off the radar, but he said, my cousin told me to talk to Qasim Rashid Saab. So I went to his house 2 days later, and I met his lovely family, and I feel like I've known him for years. And I think this is a big blessing of our Jamaat, that even if you don't know these people, they include you right away. He had pictures up there of his jacket, his Humanity First merchandise. He actually gave it to me to wear in Turkey because I didn't have any. So when and he gave me a lot of great advice, and he encouraged me to go. And I encourage all of you to go. I know some of you guys have different specialties, but we all have a skill set that we can use in these areas, whether it's a crisis or completely elective, like a gift of sight or a gift of health program. And this is a great time for you guys to go if you can. When I went to Turkey, this is not Istanbul. This is called Antakya, Turkey. It's kind of in the southeast corner, tucked away. And I was the only person from the U.S., and Naeem Lughmani Saab and HF USA were really great. They helped me get a couple of guys from England to help me out. And these guys from England, one of them was a police officer, and the other guy was an Uber driver. And actually, a lot of the people in Turkey that I was with, they are not healthcare providers. They were between jobs. Some were unemployed, a lot of Uber drivers. But when you take a look, when I would just kind of observe them, how they were just so driven to help these people. You know, the earthquake, the numbers were 50,700 people passed away. But when you talk to the locals, it was more, they said it was over 100,000. Qasim Rashid Saab was there, and he said it was apocalyptic. I went there. I've never seen anything like it. So I'm guessing it is probably a much higher number, and it's just great to see how our brothers all banded together. None of us knew anybody. Like, I didn't know anybody. My Urdu is very tutti-putti. You know, I can get by. And these guys from Germany, they don't speak any English, which was shocking to me. But I'm fluent in German, so I was able to communicate with them. And we all shared a room with bunk beds. There was no concern of theft. There was mutual respect. We woke up, prayed together, we ate together, and we worked as a team. You know, and I think this is a big blessing. Going on these medical trips, you meet some of the most amazing, talented people that you normally wouldn't meet just by chance. I've been to Guatemala, and I met, there's Dr. Hassan Khan, he's here. I've been his roommate for many years, and through him I've met 10 other members from the LA Jamaat. We're all in a fantasy football league every year, and these are people I would never have met otherwise. Dr. Fizan Abdullah, he and I have been roommates in Africa, and it's funny, our moms are actually very close friends, and they actually talk to each other more on certain days than they talk to the two of us. And since that time, it really bonds people together, and you form these lifelong friendships. I actually have to keep this short because I have to present, but again, real quickly, in my opinion, the most valuable asset is time. If you have the time to give back to humanity, if you take a step back, look what God has given us. God has given us health, education, family. We have this incredible Jamaat with an extraordinary leader. We are so fortunate. So I think we should give back. This is how we're going to show the world, and it's an appreciation to God that we can go help others in times of need. In conclusion, there's two sisters I want to say thank you to for being so helpful, Dr. Amina Tariq and Dr. Shanaz Butt. I don't know who you are. I don't even know if you're listening, but you've been wonderful. I feel like I've known both of you, even though it's through email, but I do think our sisters in Lejna, I hope there's more involvement in Humanity First missions. I think you guys are our secret weapon, and we are so proud of the talent you guys have. Jazakallah for your time.